gentlemen, as you heard, my name is Angus, but well known as Angus the Mind Reader. I'm here to do some experiments today. So to start with, I'm going to need someone to come and help me on stage. George, would you like to come help me? Just a round of applause. Okay. So, we've got a bag of paper here, all of which have a different number written on them. Would you mind reaching in here and taking out a few? Take out a few numbers for me.
Okay, I've got a few.
Yeah, that's a bit more than a few. Okay, can you read them out to the audience?
Okay, firstly, we have 120.
120, yeah.
Then, we have, you get a bit crowded under my chin, 67. We have 12.
Well, not three numbers.
Yeah.
What are the chances? 241.
Sweep that win, Stephen.
740. And 110.
Yeah, so you can convince they're all different, yeah?
Definitely all different.
Okay, you can put them down here, then we'll come back to those later. So now I'm going to ask you to reach in and pick another number, but this time just pick one.
Okay.
Don't show anyone, don't show me, just keep it in mind. So you can reach in, take out one for me.
Okay, I've got one.
Okay, you got one. Now have a look at it, don't show it to anyone though.
Okay, no one will see this number.
Okay, looking at it. Right, so I brought along a deck of cards with me. You can see that they're all different. Would you mind naming any card you get inside the pack for me?
The 4 of diamonds.
4 of diamonds, right, let's go and find the 4 of diamonds. Yeah, have a look with me. 4 of diamonds, yeah. 52 different cards. Right, so before we go any further, I'm going to give you a chance to change your mind. Because when this trick goes well, you'll come to me at the end of the night and say, what would have happened if I'd chosen a different card? So would you like to stick with the 4 of diamonds or change your mind? You can choose.
No, I think I'll stick with the 4 of diamonds.
Sure? Right, so we'll leave the 4 of diamonds down here for a minute. Don't know what happened there. Okay, so you picked a number before the trick even started, correct?
Yes.
And I haven't told you yet, but on the back of these cards, we've got a 3-digit number on the back of each one. 52 different numbers, 52 different cards. So would you now mind telling the audience and me what number you chose?
I believe it was 712.
And on the 4 of diamonds, your card here, it happens to say 412.
712.
Okay. For my next effect, George is going to help me, but I'm going to need 2 more people as well. So would you, sir, mind coming up and helping me? And how about you, Luke? Would you like to come help me? Right. So for this trick, I'm going to ask you each to pick a number, starting with you. Would you mind reaching and taking one out for me? Okay, don't show anyone, just bear it in mind. And would you mind picking one out too?
Okay.
And would you pick one out? Don't show each other, just don't show the audience, just keep your number in mind, okay? Right. So, before we go any further, I'm going to introduce this magician. This magician, named Dynamo, got me into magic years ago. So I was watching him on TV, and I thought he was so amazing, and I thought to myself, I would love to do that too. So I brought along his autobiography to help me with my effect. So whatever number you're thinking of, can you go to that page number in this book and remember the first word on that page for me? Yeah. And when you're done, just hand on to George, and can you do the same, please? Yeah. So they want to see what you're looking at, just keep your word in mind.
Put your glasses on.
Yeah.
Quite a big book, quite a long time to find your word.
Can you see him? Is that the number there? Yeah, okay.
Okay, so you got your word in mind?
Yeah.
Can you pass it on to George and do the same? While he's doing that, I just want you to think of your word and look at me. Right, I've got something, we'll come back. I've got something. Okay, put my hand on to Luke. What can you think of your word and look at me while he's doing that? Right, I'll have to come back to you. I'll come back to you shortly. I'll take your number back. Take your number. first word on the page, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Now think of the word. Yeah, I got something. And now coming back to you, think of it hard.
Okay.
Okay, I got something that time. So, you've all thought of your own word. 3 different numbers, 3 different words, 3 different pages. I'm going to call out 3 words at random. And if by any chance you hear your word, don't say anything, but just remember it, okay? Okay. Given, book, receive. If you by any chance heard your word, can you put your hand up? 3 out of 3. Right. For my third effect, I'm going to need to borrow someone else. So, how about you? Would you like to help me? Okay, Tom, would you like to come and help me? Now, go along another deck of cards with me, and you can see they're all different, correct?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to dribble down the pack, and I just want you to say stop whenever you like, okay?
Yeah.
I'll turn away. Stop. Okay, this card, I need you to remember this card. So, can you all see it?
Yeah.
Okay, keep this card in mind. Now, I'm going to find your card, but in a very professional type way, because I think I'm too professional to just look through the pack and pull out which card I think's yours. So I'm going to try to read your mind. So I'd like you to think of your card, repeat it hundreds and hundreds of times in your head. And in other words, imagine there's a big screen here with your card printed on it. I just want you to think of it hard, okay? Thinking of it, right, I'm getting something. Right, I got it. Can you tell me now what your card was?
It was a 6 of diamonds.
6 of diamonds. Let's take this a step further. I'm going to tell you a story now about how I got into magic. When I was young, I always used to go to my grandfather's house, and I used to stare at his big clock, which was in the corner of the room, which dinged every hour and every half hour. And I always used to love the sound of the chimes. So one day I was looking at the clock, waiting for it to charm, and it never charmed for some reason. But the moment I turned my back, it charmed. And I looked across at that time it was, and I've remembered that time ever since. And I want you to tell me which time you think that was. So you can tell the audience which time do you think it was. The clue is it was either an hour or a half hour.
11:30.
11:30. That's funny because I wrote a prediction on the back of the card before the even started. So what was the card you thought of again? 6 of diamonds, right. I'm going to get out the 6 of diamonds. For some reason. Okay, here we go. 6 of diamonds. Now, time you named 11:30, correct? 11:30. For my last effect, I'm going to need 2 people. So, would you like to come and help me again? This time, you can just sit on the chair.
Sit here, yeah.
And how about you? Would you like to come and help me? Mind sitting down here? Right. So I've brought along some more cards with me today, but this time, instead of having just the usual numbers and suits on them, they've got pictures on them, as you can see. So I'm going to start with you. I'm going to show you these 2 pictures, a picture of a skipping rope and a picture of a baby. Which one would you like to keep, which one would you like to get rid of? Free choice.
Baby.
Baby, okay. So now with you, we've got a bow tie and a bikini. Which would you like to keep?
Bow tie.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. Now we've got a poppy and a spanner. Which one would you like to keep?
I like the spanner.
Spanner, sure?
Yeah.
Okay. And now for you, we've got a TV remote and lipstick. Which would you like?
TV remote.
Yeah, you can say that. And as for you, we've got an iron and a clock. Which one would you like?
Clock.
Clock, yeah. What's the time? What's the time?
What was it? It's
Okay.
10.
Okay, I thought you'd know. We've got a TV and some oven gloves. Which would you like?
TV, please.
TV. Yeah, I take it you watch a lot of TV, don't you?
Well, it goes with the remote.
Okay. Now we've got a woman and a frog. Which would you like?
A frog.
Frog. Okay, and for you, we've got some bananas and a chimpanzee. Which you like?
Chimpanzee.
Yeah, I knew you'd go for him. Now, for you, we've got cucumber and a hippopotamus.
I have a hippo.
Do you like hippos?
They're alright.
Yeah. Okay, hairdryer and rose.
Oh, give me the rose.
Rose. Okay. A kitten and a man. Which would you like?
Kitten.
Kitten. Do you have a cat?
Yes.
So go with that. And finally for you, we've got some gold perfume and a dog with a hat in his mouth. Which would you like?
Dog.
Take it you have it on.
You see.
Okay, so these are the ones you chose to get rid of. These don't matter. But I haven't told you yet that I knew which cards you were going to pick before the treatment started. Because a lot of people say that pink's a girl's colour. All the ones you chose are pink. And all the ones you chose, I think you know what's coming.
No.
They are all. Thank you very much. That's me for the evening.
Although, I think we could possibly do with a little encore, maybe? Should we have a little... Ryan? That's all right. Why do you... No, Ryan, you're right. Yeah, Angus, would you like to perhaps bring this first half to a conclusion? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't worry, yeah. Yes, Jenna, yeah, you.
Okay, well.
You've forgotten it. Sorry. No, it's all first half. Sorry, yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring back a story again. Years ago, when I was a kid, I always dreamt of being able to fly when watching Superman. And tonight, we're going to make that dream come true. You can help me? Try it, Kate.